Hello and welcome to From the Ground Up. I'm Carol Wyman with Outdoor Coffee Shop, and welcome to an episode of From the Ground Up. I am lucky enough today to be with Heritage Family of Companies, who is our premier sponsor for Outdoor Coffee Shop, and I'm lucky to be with Rachel Mohorn and Brittany Klein. Why don't you both introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Brittany Klein. I'm the marketing director for Heritage Pool Supply Group. I've been in the industry for over 10 years. I started out with Florida Water Products, started out in sales and then transitioned into marketing. In December of 2021, Florida Water Products was acquired by Heritage. And that's where, I moved into leadership role after that. Yeah.
She's been swimming ever since.
Yes.
That's great. And Rachel?
Hi, I'm Rachel Mohorn. I have been in the industry for about a decade as well. Started out with Land O'Lakes over in their ag division, and then 2022 in November, Heritage also carved out us, a Winfield United Pro, and so been with the Heritage family of companies ever since. And now I'm the senior marketing director for Heritage family of companies.
Wonderful. Yes. It's been such an education just launching our outdoor coffee shop with both of you. It's been just, I've learned so much. You both have been so knowledgeable. Can you share with us about just history and what Heritage Family of Companies is up to now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can start a little bit on the landscape side. Heritage Landscape Supply Group started in 2018. It started with its first acquisition of CPS. They're actually a company that's out in Colorado and Wyoming. And shout out, they've been a company for 135 years this year. So, just a true flagship of this industry. And since 2018, and the mission that Matt McDermott had, Chris McMurrow, Dan Tinker, they have now grown to over 40 plus brands that are created or acquired, 230 plus locations in 37 plus states. And we just continue to just grow at rapid speed, just true kind of mavericks in this. Really, their mission has always been that it's the customer first, and that we're servant leaders to our customers. So really trying to always put them customer service, put ourselves in their shoes. And once that mission's completed, then the rest will kind of fall into place. We also love to have a lot of fun through our events and XTV that goes around. So our extreme tailgating vehicle coming to a city near you, especially on football, Saturday and Sundays. We love a concert at trade shows, and just to really enjoy our time with our customers, vendor partners, and just enjoy the industry. And then ultimately too, we give back. So through Heritage Cares, we really believe in giving back to our communities. We live and work in these communities. There's a lot of devastation and heartbreak in the world. And then if we can just give an ounce back, ultimately, that's what we're trying to do. So that's Heritage Landscape, I guess, in a nutshell.
Great. And Brittany, do you want to add anything on the pool side?
Yeah, so pool started in 2021. We currently have 22 DBAs. We're in 36 states, and we have 150 plus locations. And we do, like Rachel said, giving back to the community, Heritage Cares, our XTV events. We all come together with it. So.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I was just at the AI Summit and listening to Dan Tinker talk, and a lot of the other leadership was just amazing. You guys really walk the walk, as far as Heritage Cares, and also just making sure that your customers feel comfortable and bringing them all the new latest and greatest to make them feel connected. I think it's pretty amazing. So one of the reasons we're here today is to talk about Outdoor Coffee Shop. What makes you guys both really excited about launching this new platform?
I think that just like roofers, coming from Roofers Coffee Shop, and I think y'all are a lot like us, just kind of a juggernaut, within the industry, and from a media perspective, I think you're just going to put a whole new spin I mean, Brittany and I were talking about how it's really nice to collaborate with one media partner across the entire kind of like outdoor living space. A lot of our customers are there. And for y'all to provide a platform that they can go to get the latest trends and news and just like neat stuff that's happening out in the industry is amazing.
And Brittany, do you want to add anything to that?
I think it's a credible platform that's creating a real community in the outdoor trades. Whether you're a landscaper, a pool builder, hardscaper, irrigation pro, it's an educational, inspirational, and honestly just real. There's no fluff. It's just authentic voices from the field.
Yeah, I think that's great. And up till now, I know that there's been some great media for pool and great media for landscape, but to be able to put it together, we're really highlighting 8 verticals in our platform. So it's really bringing a community together that should be, together because, let's face it, you guys were just talking about how when you have outdoor space, it's not just a pool. You're going to have landscaping and you're going to have potentially and hopefully some, kitchen and some wonderful, water features and it just brings it all together. So it's for us, we're really excited to bring everyone together into one space that we can all learn from.
And I think also, you have those, for instance, for a pool builder, right? Like some of them are just strictly, they build pools. They don't do any of the landscape side of it. But this is also an opportunity like where they can see, oh, well, maybe I can branch out and offer, lighting or, the landscape portion of it, right? So when they go to a customer or a homeowner, they can offer them the full package. And I think it's the same thing with landscape too. I mean, there are landscape companies out there that do build pools. So, it's...
Right.
And also just creating the interaction too between the two. I mean, everybody's working together within these industries. We all cross paths with, landscapers, pool builders, irrigators, whatever it might be. And so even if you're just coming into our branches and crossing paths, you might make a connection that can also help your business from that perspective too.
Right. I think it helps if there's a general contractor, if there's someone, a landscape architect, if there's someone that's trying to bring people together and there's familiarity within the industry so everyone can be part of the same team. I think that's really, it's fun to watch that happen. And hopefully that's what Outdoor Coffee Shop is, just bringing an industry together. So I think that's what we're also really excited about. We talked about a little bit about, including the outdoor trades community in Outdoor Coffee Shop, and how do you see the outdoor trades really seeing this as an impact for them?
I think it's going to be huge. I mean, there's really never been a central space where outdoor pros can really tell their stories, they can learn from each other and even build, real connections. We're helping shaping the future by not just supporting the platform, but by encouraging our teams and our customers to engage. We want contractors to be seen, not just for their work, but for their leadership, their challenges, and, for their wins.
No, I think like Brittany spoke to it perfectly in that regard. I mean, we want to elevate our customers and they're all across the country. There's so many different wonderful folks that we wish that we could highlight, and here they now have a platform that we can lead them to and voice their opinions, what's going on in their industry, what are their heartaches, and then ultimately have that connection too to be heard and maybe find support with all of that as well.
Right. Coming to a place and having answers and having, someone that's, you can empathize with or sympathize with as you're going through something. I think, being able to find those answers elevates an industry entirely, and that only makes everyone better. And I think, people talk about competition and they talk about, but at the end of the day, there's so much out there. There's so many opportunities out there that, especially in the outdoor space now, that we're seeing that, there's room in the playground for everybody to be able to be successful and grow their business. So what trends, this is the fun part too, is, Brittany, can you share what trends you're seeing in the pool side happening?
So we're seeing a major shift toward integrative outdoor spaces where everything from the pool to the patio to the lighting, irrigation works together to create a seamless experience. some of the hottest trends right now, obviously is like smart tech, automated systems, remote control for lighting, irrigation, your pool equipment, sustainability, energy efficient pumps, water saving systems, multifunctional spaces, outdoor kitchen, fire features, and also just creating that space that can be used year round. And then the natural design, which I know Rachel could probably talk more on this, but, people want organic materials, the soft edges, more connection to the nature, So if you're in the trades, the more you can offer to across those elements, the more value you bring to your clients.
Great. Thank you. And Rachel, how about on the landscape side?
No, I think like Brittany, absolutely from the technology standpoint, it's become such a booming area, just with everything being Bluetooth, that how you can just connect on your phone and be able to change your lights, change the sounds, work on your irrigation system, from contractors being able to look at multi-irrigation systems and see if there's any breaks. From pest control, you see a lot of technology too coming out, like being able to track like rodent issues or different mosquito type of products and stuff like that. I think there's just been a real boom there, but I love the aspect of like the soft edges, the really natural aspects of it, going back to like natural stone, turf, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, truly we're seeing people want to go out and touch grass. I mean, I think that's the juxtaposition that we're kind of seeing of tech is rising, but then also the need to go out and be in nature and kind of get that like nurturing cleanse. And so people really trying to build out those outdoor living spaces and make that their oasis.
And one more thing to add to, it not just for like the homeowner, but also for like our service guys that are actually, doing the maintenance work on these swimming pools. With the technology that we have today, they can actually keep track of their pools, right? They don't have to go, pen and paper. It's actually, there's apps that they can use that keeps track of the chemicals, like when they like clean the filter last.
Yeah, it pieces it together. I think that's wonderful. And what's great is you get the best of both worlds, where you want to relax and have this outdoor space, and you don't want the maintenance. You don't want to have to think too hard. And so if things are automated and technology is there and there's some natural landscapes and stones, as opposed to having such a manicured situation, like there's just leniency. I think, ultimately those two play off each other really well, is to be able to get the best of both worlds in that scenario because of the automation and the advancements and everything they're talking. Even I didn't even know that about bugs, or about being able to identify that. I think that's really awesome.
Wow. Well, I mean, and even thinking about like what are some trends? I mean, extended regulation. I mean, Brittany kind of touched on it with like sustainability as well. Like it's becoming increasingly important from like a state by state level of how much can you water your lawn? How much water can you use? How much pesticides can you put out, and which ones? There's so much regulation that goes into those worlds. And so it's becoming more and more important from the education front, from our contractors being up on that and being advocates for this industry to ultimately go out and protect that. Obviously we want to continue to have beautiful green spaces, but yet at the same time being the best that we can be and evolving with the times.
Yeah, that's great. Shifting a little bit here, how is Heritage helping contractors, outdoor professionals, and consultants adapt to shifting residential and commercial demands?
I think from the technology front, and we kind of touched on that a little bit in a previous question of making sure that we have automation and also how our folks order, and having our Heritage Plus, Heritage Pool Plus, and then integrations with the different types of software that they might have. Like Brittany spoke to, like how wonderful it is that, now there's all these different types of bits that like you don't have to have pen and paper all the time to keep track with everything. And very much same on the landscape side. And so having the ability to have this new tech that makes their lives a little bit easier. So when they're out on the road, which is ultimately what they're doing, and having to go to their different job sites, that they have a tool that's there that ultimately if they forgot something or need something quickly, they have the opportunity, I feel like with Heritage, to get that very quickly, and not have any downtime. And I mean, I think also just from grids on the landscape perspective, we have awesome technology that helps with like takeoff or design plans. And, you obviously want to grow your business, but with that, it's less time that you have out there in the field to do some of these like more manual things. And so to have the technology at your fingertips that we can help you design whatever plans that you might have from residential or commercial with irrigation and lighting is crucial.
Brittany, do you have anything you'd like to add to that portion?
I think also just being able to provide training for, our contractors, whether we do it, like I said, in-house at our branches, or if we sponsor classes that are at, the regional and national trade shows, and, partnering with our suppliers to be able to offer those classes, just in making sure that they have access to the new product lines.
I know that Heritage has resources and initiatives that have launched recently and have improved over time. Can you talk about any initiatives that have helped contractors and outdoor pros grow their business and streamline their processes?
Yeah, so this is huge for us. Contractors are busier than ever. We know that they don't have time to jump through hoops to get what they need. So that's why we've been making some big moves on the digital and tech front. We've built, a robust online ordering system, which is Heritage Plus and Heritage Pool Plus. It's mobile friendly, it's intuitive, super efficient. Customers can check inventory, track deliveries, manage invoices. It's all there in the palm of their hand. Another step that we're taking is integrating with other platforms. Customers may already use them, and it will just help their ordering and then back office processes connect seamlessly between their platform and then ours. So there's no double entry, no guesswork. So we've really been focusing on that. I mean, we already have several on board, and we've got many more in the pipeline. So
just think of the errors that you're avoiding by having it be streamlined and having this technology in place. It's just the time saver alone, and having the tracking just really elevates anybody's business and really helps them to be able to focus on more important things than just working, entering the data to get the supplies or to get the service going for something. Rachel, did you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the other aspect, the other side of the coin, if you will, is that all of our technology is really being built by a team that has been in these fields for a really long time. So I think that you're going to see, like with Heritage Plus, Heritage Pool Plus, a really like intuitive tool, because those folks have been in the pool industry, have been in the landscape industry, and also are working with our integration partners that, like, I always find it so amazing that those folks have been in both of those industries and been on the other side of the coin and said, hey, I want to make software that works. And I think that's what's really neat, is that we've gone out and tried to be like really thoughtful in how we're building everything to ultimately have the best tool that's out there for our customers.
Yeah, and you can see that. I mean, I just recently was at the headquarters in Texas for you guys, and the AI Summit was completely amazing. But you're looking to see what they're going to need in the future based on demands and technology and labor and everything. Like when you're looking at, the AI agents that are going to help with building things. It's phenomenal the amount of effort that Heritage and SRS put in advancements in technology, and also really trying to make sure they understand what the customer's needs are before they even know they need it, so that they are on top of it. It's been really pretty amazing. Yeah, so I'm really impressed with that. Is there anything you guys want to add to the technology side of things before we move on to the next question?
I don't know if it's really like technology per se, but I think just other ways that I think that we're trying to help customers with certain initiatives is through our Para Latinos program too, and really working towards aiding and providing tools to a demographic that is in both of our verticals, where sometimes the tools aren't always there. So whether it's through education, and we have team members that lead this initiative, we have ambassadors out in the field that ultimately are helping, and then also working with our vendor partners to build out tools there they have great products and whatnot. And so translating them and just making them an easier access and source to our customers within that demographic is something that we're really passionate about within Heritage in general.
Yeah, I think that's great. And Outdoor Coffee Shop is going to be launching the Pro Latino, the Spanish section of our website in January. We're working on it now, and we're getting some, really great articles ready to be able to launch. And we're working with Jolisa and other people from SRS that we're working with on the other coffee shops as well. So it's just really expanding that relationship and really making some things happen there, which I'm excited about. So I think this is a fun question, but what is your favorite outdoor space? Brittany, why don't you take the lead on that one?
All right. So if you want my honest opinion about my favorite outdoor space, yes, it's the golf course.
She came to our side, Carol. I need you to document that.
She's real about it. And what are you looking at right now, Brittany?
I'm actually looking at a golf course.
I love that. That's great.
But, from being in the industry for over 10 years, you do see a lot. And, what our customers build, some of them is just masterpieces, right? So I don't really have just one. I would be happy with just a backyard with a fire pit, right, overlooking a golf course. But, I've also seen, some amazing swimming pools with, infinity edges, you're with a spa, you got fire pits all around. So, it's hard to pick just one, but like I said, it's just amazing to see the creativity that the pool industry can put together, right? So.
Well, Rachel, how about you?
Ooh, I love the beach. So if I'm going to have an outdoor space, it's something there. But I would say, like Brittany, I think just the beauty that comes. Just a neat and tidy yard with like beautiful turf to me is just like, that's like fluffy and you can bounce on it and it feels really good. That is unlike anything, or like beautiful ornamental plants and like, with some like awesome like hardscapes and boulders and whatnot. Like I'm a mountain girl at heart. I grew up in the mountains. So like there's something about that when I get around that, I'm like, oh, it just like cleanses your soul, if you will. But I would say right now, just my backyard, it's a blank slate. And so I'm excited to like work with some of the professionals and put something in there and build something beautiful. Cause like Brittany said, I think it's amazing that all these folks are such visual beings and can create just masterpieces, what feels like out of nothing. And it's really neat to be in this industry and get to enjoy it.
Yes, absolutely. And, when I think of my favorite outdoor space, it definitely involves water and flowers and some sort of, I do love rock and I love, to have a natural stone, something around, but just the water is so important to relax. And just even if it could be dripping, if there's like a water, some water feature that makes that sound that you can just be like, oh, with a nice drink of some sort of whatever your beverage of choice is, but just to sit, it really just takes me down a notch. All the worries of the whole busy day go away for me. So it's just such a great space to be in. And I think everyone realizes that now because that's such a big deal is outdoor space is becoming so iconic and how important it is for everyone's health and well-being. And we're bringing it to them, right? So how as we're wrapping some things up here, how can pool and landscape pros get involved with Heritage?
I think the easiest way to get involved is walk into a Heritage, their local Heritage branch. We're all about building real relationships. So we, come say hello, ask questions, let us know what you're trying to accomplish. Whether just getting started or running a growing business, we're here to support you. And, if you're curious about events, trainings, partnership opportunities, our doors are open. We're in this together. And the more voices that we have, the stronger the industry becomes.
Absolutely. Rachel, do you have anything to add to that?
Most definitely. go to our website. You'll see all the different types of education, events from our tailgates. We're going to be on, like I said, football Saturday and Sundays at probably a location near you. So come out and join us. We'll be at all the large national trade shows and a lot of the regional ones. So stop by our booth, say hello, get some swag. And then ultimately, like Brittany said, like come into our branches. But if you don't see education that you're needing, tell us. We've never said no to something of that nature. And so we're here to help our customers and put y'all first. So, and then follow us on social. We got a lot of fun stuff. We like to elevate our customers and show stories about like what's going on out in the industry. So, just join us on socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram,
Instagram,
everything.
right? I know,
Everything,
right?
anything. And on Outdoor Coffee Shop, you'll find us there too.
Yes, absolutely. And if you want to get involved in Outdoor Coffee Shop, you can go to outdoorcoffeeshop.com, and we have all of our socials on there as well. We're really excited. And if you're looking for something that's not on there, there's you can reach out to me at any time and I can help navigate that. We're more than thrilled to be partnering with Heritage Family of Companies, especially with Rachel and Brittany leading the charge for our platform. It's just the beginning of what we're able to accomplish here. And I'm just looking forward to years to come with such great people involved. So thank you for joining us today. This will conclude our episode of From the Ground Up. Thanks for being here, and enjoy your day and spend some time outside if you can.